പോയിടാം നാം യേശുവിനായി സാക്ഷികളായിടാം പോയിടാം നാം.
A reading from the Holy Gospel of Matthew, chapter 26. Jesus had finished saying all these things. He said to his disciples, "You know that after 2 days the Passover is coming, and the Son of Man will be handed over to be crucified. Then the chief priests and the elders of the people gathered and at the palace of high priest, who was called Caiaphas, and they conspired to arrest Jesus by stealth and kill him. But they said, 'Not during the festival, or there may be riot among the people.' Now while Jesus was at Bethany, in the house of Simon the leper, a woman came to him with alabaster jar of costly ointment, and she poured it on his head as he sat at the table. But when the disciples saw it, they were angry and said, 'Why this waste? For this ointment could have been sold for a large sum and money given to the poor.' But Jesus was aware of this, said to them, 'Why do you aware of this? Why do you trouble this woman? She has performed a good service for me. For you always have poor with you, but you will not always have me. By pouring this ointment on my body, she has prepared me for the burial. Truly I tell you, wherever this good news is proclaimed in the whole world, what she has done will be told in remembrance of her.' Then one of the disciples, who was called Judas, went to the chief priests and said, 'What will you give me if I betray him to you?' They paid him 30 pieces of silver. And from that moment he began to look for an opportunity to betray him. On the first day of unleavened bread, the disciples came to Jesus, saying, 'Where do you want us to make the preparation for you to eat the Passover?' He said, 'Go into the city to a certain man and say to him that the teacher says, "My time is near. I will keep the Passover at your house with my disciples." So the disciples did as Jesus had directed them, and they prepared the Passover meal. When it was evening, he took his place with disciples, and while they were eating, he said, "Truly I tell you, one of you will betray me." And they became greatly distressed and began to say to one another, "Surely not I, Lord." He answered, "The one who has dipped his hands into the bowl with me will betray me. The Son of Man goes as it is written of him. But woe to that one by whom the Son of Man is betrayed. It would have been better for that one not have been born." Judas, who betrayed him, said, "Surely not I, Rabbi." He replied, "You have said so." While they were eating, Jesus took a loaf of bread, and after blessing, he broke it and gave it to the disciples and said, "Take, eat, this is my body." Then he took a cup, and after giving thanks, he gave it to them, saying, "Drink from it, all of you. For this is my blood of the covenant, which is poured out of many for the forgiveness of sins. I tell you, I will never again drink of this fruit of wine until the day when I drink it new from my Father's kingdom." When they had sung the hymn, they went out to the Mount Olives. Then Jesus said to them, "You will all become deserters because of me in this night, for it is written, 'I will strike the shepherd, and the sheep of the flock will be scattered.' But I am raised up. I will go ahead of you to Galilee." Peter said to him, "So we all become deserters because of you. I will never desert you. Jesus said to him, truly I tell you, this very night, because of the cock crows, you will deny me 3 times. Peter said to him, even though I must die with you, I will not deny you. And so said all disciples. Then Jesus went with them to a place called Gethsemane, and said to his disciples, sit here, I will go there and pray. He took with him Peter and sons of Zebedee, and began to grieve and agitated. Then he said to them, I am deeply grieved, even to death. Remain here and stay awake with me. And going a little further, he threw himself on the ground and prayed, my Father, if it is possible, let this cup pass from me. Not yet what I want, but your want be done. Then he came to the disciples and found them sleeping. He said to Peter, so could you not stay awake with me for an hour? Stay awake and pray that you may not come into the time of trial. The spirit indeed is willing, but flesh is weak. He went away for the second time and prayed, my Father, if it cannot pass unless I drink it, your will be done. Again he came and found them sleeping, for their eyes were very heavy. So leaving them again, he went away, prayed for the third time, saying the same words. Then he came to disciples and said, are you still sleeping, taking your rest? See, the hour is at the hand, and the Son of Man is betrayed into the hands of sinners. Get up, let us be going. See, my betrayer is at the hand. While he was still speaking, Judas, one of the 12, arrived with him, a large crowd with swords and clubs. The chief priests and the elders of the people. Now the betrayer had given them a sign saying, the one I will kiss is the man. Arrest him at once. He came to Jesus and said, greetings, Rabbi, and kissed him. Jesus said to him, friend, what you are here to do? Then they came and laid hands on Jesus and arrested him. Suddenly, one of those with the Jesus put his hand on his sword, drew it, and struck the slave of the high priest, cutting off his ear. Then Jesus said to him, put your sword back into its place, for all who take the sword will perish by the sword. Do you think that I cannot appeal to my Father, and he will at once send me more than 12? But how then would the scriptures be fulfilled, which I say? At that hour Jesus said to the crowds, have come out of the swords and clubs to arrest me, though I wear a bandit. Day after day I sat in the temple teaching you and did not arrest me. But all of this has taken place so that the scriptures of the prophets may be fulfilled. Then all the disciples deserted him and fled. Those who had arrested Jesus took him to Caiaphas the high priest, in whose house the scribes and the elders had gathered. But Peter was following him at a distance, as far as the courtyard of the high priest, and going inside, he sat with the guards in order to see how this would end. Now the high priest and the whole council were looking for a false testimony against Jesus, so that they might put him to death. But they found none. Though many false witnesses came forward, at the last time two came forward and said, this fellow said, I am able to destroy the temple of God and build it in 3 days. The high priest stood up and said, have you no answer? What is it that they testify against you? But Jesus was silent. Then the high priest said to him, I put to tell you under oath before the living God. Tell us if you are Messiah, the Son of God. Jesus said to him, you have said so, but I will tell you. From now on, you will see the Son of Man seated at the right hand of the power and coming on the clouds of the heaven. Then the high priest tore his clothes and said, "He has blasphemed. Why do we still need witnesses? You have heard the blasphemy. What is your verdict?" They answered, "He deserved death." Then they spat at his face and struck him. Some slapped him, saying, "Prophesy to us, you are Messiah. Who is that struck you?" Now Peter was sitting outside the courtyard. A servant girl came to him and said, "You were also with the Jesus the Galilean." But he denied it before all of them, saying, "I do not." "What are you talking about?" When he went out to the porch, another servant girl saw him, and she said to the bystanders, "This man was with the Jesus of Nazareth." Again he denied it with an oath, "I don't know the man." After a while, the bystanders came up and said to Peter, "Certainly you are also one of them, for your accent betrays you." Then he began to curse. He swore an oath, "I don't know the man." At that time, the cock crowed, and Peter remembered what Jesus had said, "Before the cock crows, you will deny me 3 times." And he went out and wept bitterly.
പോയിടാം